From complaining to decision. The Mobile Democratic Party is going to make history. We're building a nation more civilized than anything humanity has seen before. And you're going to be part of it. No more complaining, just vote to make your decision. Right now, what do people do when they disagree with government policy? They complain. To their friends. On social media. At the dinner table. They vent their frustration into the void, knowing nothing will change. That ends now. Stop complaining and start deciding. The government wants to raise taxes? Vote no. They want to cut healthcare? Vote no. They want to start a war? Vote no. Your vote isn't a complaint, it's a command. It's not feedback, it's the final decision. Complaining is for people without power. Voting is for people who rule themselves. No more silent majority, your vote is your voice. Politicians love to talk about the silent majority. They claim to speak for millions who never speak up. It's convenient, the silence can't contradict them. But why is the majority silent? Because they have no real voice. Sure, they can vote every few years for a representative who makes promises and breaks them. That's not a voice. That's an echo that fades away. With direct democracy, silence becomes impossible. Every vote is a voice. Every decision reveals what the majority actually wants. Politicians can't claim to represent you anymore, you represent yourself. Your vote speaks louder than any politician ever could. The majority won't be silent because the majority will be heard on every single issue. No more demonstrations, your vote is your march. Think about protests. Thousands of people flood the streets. They carry signs. They chant slogans. They march for hours, hoping someone in power pays attention. Sometimes it works. Usually it doesn't. Why do people protest? Because it's the only way to be heard. Because letters don't work. Because phone calls get ignored. Because their representatives don't represent them. Direct democracy makes protests obsolete. You don't need to take to the streets, take out your phone. Your vote is your march. You don't need a crowd of thousands to create pressure, you need 50% plus one. The majority vote doesn't ask for change. It creates change. Imagine the power. Instead of marching to demand climate action, you vote for it and it happens. Instead of protesting for workers' rights, you vote for them and they're guaranteed. Instead of demonstrating against a bad policy, you vote it down and it does. That's not protest. That's power. Busy people, now your voice counts. Here's who gets left out of current democracy: busy people. Working people. Parents juggling jobs and kids. People with 2 jobs who can't take time off. People in rural areas far from city council meetings. People who can't afford to protest because they can't miss a day's pay. Mobile voting changes everything. Vote from the factory floor during your break. Vote from your car between jobs. Vote after you put the kids to bed. Vote during your lunch hour. Vote whenever, wherever your schedule, your terms. Busy people aren't second-class citizens anymore. Your voice counts exactly as much as anyone else's, because your vote counts exactly as much as anyone else's. A more civilized nation. This is what civilization looks like: problems solved through decisions, not complaints. Voices heard through votes, not shouting. Change made through majorities, not street chaos. Everyone participated, not just the privileged few. For thousands of years, most people had no say in how they were governed. Kings decided. The emperors decided. The lords decided. Then came representative democracy, better, but still just a few hundred people making choices for millions. Now we take the final step. Everyone decides. Everyone rules. Everyone has equal power. The Mobile Democratic Party is making this real. We're creating the most democratic nation in human history. A nation where your opinion becomes law. Where your vote is your voice, your march, your power. From complaining to decision. From silence to sovereignty. From protesting to ruling. This is the future. Time to make it happen.